Beyond Bloom, the future of learning taxonomy. This framework helps educators create learning objectives that promote critical thinking and deeper understanding. Bloom's taxonomy is a hierarchical model that categorizes learning objectives into 6 levels: remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. Remembering is the first level. It's about recalling facts and basic concepts. For example, a student might be asked to list the main events of a story or recite a mathematical formula. This stage is all about memorization and retention. Understanding is the second level. Here, students explain ideas or concepts. They might summarize a chapter in their own words or explain how a scientific process works. This step moves beyond memorization to ensure the student grasps the meaning behind the facts. Applying is the third level. Students use information in new situations. For instance, they might use a math formula to solve a problem they haven't seen before, or apply a scientific principle to a real-world situation. This level is about using knowledge in practical ways. Analyzing is the fourth level. Students break information into parts to understand it better. They might compare and contrast two theories, or examine the motives of characters in a novel. Analyzing involves looking at how the parts of something relate to each other and to the whole. Evaluating is the fifth level. At this stage, students make judgments based on criteria and standards. They might critique a piece of writing or assess the validity of an argument. Evaluation requires critical thinking and the ability to justify decisions. Creating is the sixth and highest level. Here, students produce new or original work. They might write a story, design an experiment, or develop a new way to solve a problem. Creating is about combining elements in novel ways to generate something unique. Traditionally, Bloom's taxonomy ends at creating, assuming it to be the highest level of cognitive learning. But in today's rapidly evolving world, simply creating is not enough. The proposed taxonomy builds beyond Bloom by adding 2 crucial levels: envisioning and presuming. Envisioning encourages learners to imagine future possibilities and set bold directions. Presuming pushes them further, helping them define assumptions and validate them through evidence. Together, these new levels transform learners from knowledge users into future-ready innovators. The purpose of this process is to increase student productivity in order to achieve the course objectives, and it provides teachers with a structured continuous assessment method. In addition, the procedure will assist students in developing their imaginations to improve productivity. This product is divided into 2 parts: the structured continuous assessment model and the extended version of Bloom's taxonomy, known as ADTUS version of Bloom's taxonomy. The ADTUS version of the Bloom taxonomy has 8 categories, the most recent of which are presuming and envisioning, which are directly related to the innovations and productivity of both students and teachers. A structured continuous assessment model has been proposed on the basis of the new taxonomy.